Opportunity to finish 4 of my students today who are going to go ahead and get their license. If you're a teen or a young adult trying to get your license, you need to be looking at my content. You need to be subscribing to my content. You need to be learning from my content. I'm a state certified driving instructor. Over the years, I've had a lot of opportunities to teach teens and adults how to drive. It's a journey. And post-COVID, a lot of teens and adults have a lot of anxiety. They're very nervous about learning how to drive. Don't be nervous. You need someone who's patient. You need your mom and your dad or your bestie. Or you need an instructor like me who's going to help you and who's going to teach you how to drive. It's hard work, and you have to work hard if you want to learn how to drive. There are a lot of challenges. The first challenge is actually getting into a class. There are a lot of schools across the United States. You need to do your research to find out what school is best for you. You need an instructor who's patient, who's kind, who's going to be sympathetic and understanding, because driver's education is a very tedious process. There are a lot of traps out there. A trap would be anxiety. A trap would be road rage. A trap would be inexperience. An instructor who's not willing to be sympathetic and understand what you do. I am sympathetic. I am very understanding. And I understand the opportunity that has been put on me many years ago. Every day, I have a chance to impact my young drivers through driver's ed tutorials, through announcements in the morning, afternoon after 2:30 or 3 o'clock. I try to chronicle my life as an instructor to give you insight into what it means to be a driver's ed instructor and some of the hazards that are out here in general driving, such as in the morning where there's rush hour. People are tired, they're sleepy, they haven't had their iced coffee. In the afternoon, people are tired, they road rage, they're in a hurry to get home. And in the evening, where they're also tired, they're learning how to drive. You want to drive on off-peak hours where you can learn to drive safely in your own pace. I'm in a high school parking lot right now, and it's a great opportunity to drive around this area and learn best practices where you're making 12 right turns, 12 left turns to really help you learn how to drive. High school parking lots are really good areas to really work on your steering, where you're turning hand over hand into the turn, T-U-R-N, and you're turning out hand over hand. I'm in North America. We primarily drive automatics. About 90% of the cars are automatics, which is fine. Many other locations around the world drive on the left side, such as the UK. I love my brothers and sisters from the UK, such as Australia. Learn both ways. Learn how to drive a manual, learn how to drive an automatic. Why do I like teaching driver's ed? I get an impact to change people's lives, from my daughter to my son to my daughter's best friends. It takes work. You can't get casual when you drive. It is dangerous. I'm not going to lie to you. I teach people who panic, who turn on the wrong blinker, but you have to give them support because we all need support. We all need someone to listen to us, to understand us, to allow us to evolve. I have to evolve every 6 months, every year, learning new things, using ChatGPT, using Google, using Kahoot, using Quizlets. I'm a teacher. That's one of the best jobs in the world because I get a chance to impact young people around the world. And you have to grow. You have to get better each time you drive. Going to a downtown Chicago, a downtown Detroit, downtown Toronto. Yes, Drake is from Toronto. And is Drake falling off? I don't know. But you have to be willing and able to help anyone who needs that. This is through getting in the car, learning how to adjust your seat, using the ball of your foot, learning how to hold the steering wheel, There's more than one way to turn the steering wheel. Here in the United States, we turn hand over hand primarily. Many people drive with one hand. Some people drive with the knee. Some people drive at 10 and 2, 9 and 3, 7 and 5. The best practice is learn to drive safely. Learn to drive comfortably. Because at the end of the day, you're going to learn from me, your driver's education uncle. You're going to learn from your mom and dad. You're going to learn from your cousin, your uncle, your auntie. But you have to learn because eventually you're going to be by yourself. And you need to learn directions, cardinal directions, north, south, east, west. And once you learn those directions, you're going to be more consistent. Night driving is also a challenge because it's going to be harder to see. You've got to learn to allow your night vision to develop. It is the fall here in North America. It gets dark very early, 8:45, 9 o'clock. Summer is over. You're going to see a lot of nighttime tutorials, night driving. Visualize yourself in the car with me as I narrate and take you through those opportunities because I want you to live your best life. And you have to be able to live your best life in order to grow. No one is going to take you through this journey except for you. I am here for you. You leave comments, I will reply because I care about each and every one of you learning how to drive. And when I care, you will support. I want you to grow. Some of the most dangerous turns are left-hand turns. Why? You're turning in front of oncoming traffic. You need to be able to yield. When it's clear, you need to turn in the nearest lane. That's by the double yellow. I prepare you for your road test because I do road test prep and road test tutorials. We always have to improve and have to get better. That's why we're here on this earth, right? To improve and to get better. If you're taking the time to watch my content, you care. You care about my funny personality. I tell dad jokes. You care about me showing you how to be a defensive driver. From my perspective, I try to teach all of you to be defensive drivers. I try to teach you to be kind, to be courteous, to be empathetic. What does this mean? You yield when kids are walking across the street. You slow down and you don't run yellow lights. If you can proceed through safely, you should proceed through safely. If you need to slow down softly, you do that. When you're merging an expressway, you need to accelerate around the cloverleaf or a short ramp and pick up speed. A lot of beginners go too slow. There are trucks behind us. There are people driving 75, 85, 95. They'll simply run us over. So do yourself a favor. Look at my content. Subscribe to the content. Learn from the content. Ladies and gentlemen, I love you. I appreciate you. And I want you to live your best life. Bye, guys.